Hey everyone, gonna be a short video today. A couple months ago, I got asked a bunch of questions by a user in my Discord called Shadow Essence, and they just wanted me to respond in like the ticket. But they had so many questions and long questions that I've decided to make a video on it. If you watch this video and then have any questions that you want to ask me, please leave them down in the comments and I will respond to all of them. By the way, if this is your first video from me, I'm Lods Galaxy. I've been making VR chat avatars professionally from scratch for 5 years now. My biggest avatars are Asmodeus and Project H, which are definitely my best work. And I'm well known in the Scratch community for making very good animations and high quality Scratch work. Question number 1. What is your best selling asset / avatar that you are proud of? It's not even close. It's the 454 Castle and Jackal pistols that I made for Asmodeus. They're a bunch of free pistols, and they've sold, I mean, they're free, but they've technically sold 2,700 units, which is definitely my highest by pure volume count, like sales. But if it's things that have paid, it's definitely Project Haste Sophia. Sophia is my best-selling thing that's paid by not actually that far. She's less, I think she's less than 20 units sold ahead of Asmodeus. It's funny enough, the one I'm most proud of is Project H. So my best-selling avatar / asset and that I'm most proud of is Project H. Question 2 is, if you could improve it, how would you? Yes or no / why so? If I could improve Project H, I mean, yeah, of course, of course I could improve Project H. I wish I did a cool animation for her like I did for Asmodeus. But animations take a really long time, and by the time I got to, that part, I was just really over her. But I think doing some sort of more, like giving her more story with the animation would have gone really far. In terms of her, besides all the improvements that I've been giving her for the last 9 months, I can't see anything else. I've kind of given her everything that I would want. I have a million ideas that I could do for her, but I'm very happy with what she is and like what she has, so I don't think I'd make any changes besides the video, really. Question 3. What is your worst selling asset / avatar that you were proud of? That is a really easy answer. I'm just double checking right now. Yeah, so my answer is the Terrarium backpack that I made a year or two ago. That thing has 5 sales. That Terrarium backpack has 5 sales. I love that thing. That thing is so cool. It's this backpack that you put on, and it has bones in the part that like goes over your shoulder, and so you can adjust it. And it's this little terrarium thing with flowers and mushrooms and stuff in the backpack, and little particles that fly around, and there's fake lights. And I learned how to do emission baking in Blender to make that thing. So that's how all the lights, all realistic. I did a secondary UV for the lights, and I learned how to do atlasing. I learned how to do so much, and I love that thing. And it got 5 sales over like 2 years, and it made me really sad, but I mean, I guess it doesn't fit many avatars' themes. Question 4. If you could improve it, what would it be? Yes / no, why so? I mean, if I remade the Terrarium backpack, it'd probably be better. But I just think it's just doesn't fit with any avatar, really. I don't know. I guess just completely redo it to make it better. Question 5. What would you personally like to see change in the future of the VR chat Western market, and why? Oh, that's a big question. Holy God, where do I even start? I have so many things I want to see changed. I want the style to get better. I am so fucking sick of going through markets and just seeing the exact thing over and over and over. Every single time I see an avatar in any market, I feel like I've seen it before. I feel like people are just releasing the same thing over and over and over and over, and it just becomes so unbelievably draining. It just, oh. And the optimization, oh my, no one cares. No one gives a single fuck about optimization. I look at, someone turns into an avatar, I download 200 megabytes, and I'm just lagging, and with a 4090 and the best AMD chip you can buy, it's insufferable. And I wish people would just care a little bit more. I just wish people would try to make better, more unique designs that are inspired by something. But even when you get things that are inspired, they're usually just copies. There are so many avatars that just copy the exact same, usually anime character, and it's just so boring. To be fair though, the amount of avatars that have come out in the recent years that are unbelievably well made and look incredible has definitely spiked. So the amount of pure slop has increased, but the amount of gems amongst the rough has also increased. Question 6. Do you think most customers from the Western market would enjoy an avatar that's detailed, high quality, good topology, good optimization, texturing, with VFX animations on it? Or would they prefer an avatar that has heavy systems on it instead? E.g. like Cam's, Slightly's, Michu's avatars, and/or other avatars with Lindy systems on it, or all the above together? If yes/no, why so? I think people prefer avatars that do things. People like doing cool shit. An avatar can be made super poorly and look like ass. I mean, it'll look like ass. But if it is poorly made, but it does really cool stuff, then people will buy it. Doing things is the most important avatar. The most important thing an avatar can do, is being able to do things. Of course, they want all the above, right? Yeah, if you can have an avatar that's detailed, high quality, with amazing FX, and has, a bunch of heavy systems, obviously that's going to be, cream of the crop. Question 7. Do you think the same market, in question 6, would enjoy and would buy an avatar with VFX animations that are on the larger end? E.g. like Luca from Floppy / Lin from Shark Kimi 1999. If yes, I've never heard of these before. I'm gonna look at these. Hold on. Holy fucking shit, 190 pounds? Hello? What? Why is this thing 190 fucking pounds? Hold on. I'm gonna cut back to when I look at this. Holy fucking shit, this is cool as fuck. Okay, these are really fucking cool. Holy. Alright. I'll show some of the videos that these avatars have while I talk about the answer. Okay, so my thoughts on these two avatars specific. Okay, you know what? I reckon that avatars like these are too much for the average person. This is awesome, but I don't think the average person wants a giant spawn-in animation every single time. These... Oh my god, my elbow. These avatars are really cool, but how often can you do this, right? The average person who's really into VR and is willing to spend 190 pounds or 75 pounds, they probably want to spend all their time in that avatar, and I think people would rather have that time put into the quality of life on the avatar, how easy it is to use, and how it generally looks all of the time, because all of these effects you would invite your friends to a cool world and show them what it can do there. I think doing this in a public instance often would just get you blocked. Like, I think these examples you gave is too much. These are really cool, but I think selling individual systems that can do this would go a lot further than selling avatars purely like this. Also, specifically these ones, far too expensive for the average person. You have blocked the vast majority of the market out of it, especially since they aren't completely from scratch. There are very few people who sell avatars at this price range and that can get away with it. Like, for example, this floppy person, they just make, like, their effects are very cool, very well done, but the avatars themselves, they are kind of lackluster. There doesn't seem to be any scratch work. I'm looking at the description, so if I'm so sorry, Floppy, if you're for some reason watching this. I don't think you are, but I can't see any scratch work on the actual model themselves. They look kind of average, the models, and they aren't very original. There's literally a Gojo but female avatar with a bunch of really awesome effects, but you can't use them all the time. And I think that is what that's what holds them back. Actually, correction. I think the average person might buy these if they weren't super expensive. I don't think they'll wear them that much, but I think they'll buy them. Question 8. Do you think this same market in question 6 would enjoy and buy an avatar with VFX animations that are on the smaller end? Yes. I think having avatars that look great and do all the, have a bunch of customization and look cool and are unique, I think them having some really cool effects does elevate them, much higher. And you provided 2 examples. Let me check out these examples real quick. Oh, these are cool. Oh, skeletal powers. It's just fucking Sans, alright. I want to see the strongest sorcerer. Give me, what is this? What is the strongest sorcerer effect? Oh my god. Okay, well, first off, you said that there's some smaller effects, and then I look at the strongest sorcerer by Zepworth. That's not how you say it, but I wouldn't call these smaller. These are fucking insane. Yeah, I think the smaller FX made by these people that aren't the big ones that I've seen them make. Like, if I look at the smaller ones, I think definitely people would really like them. I think having some small FX and then putting all your time into how the avatar looks and everything I said before is much more important. Question 9. Has anyone reached out to ask questions like this in the past? No. It's usually just singular questions. They'll reach out and be like, hey, big long question, and I'll answer that. No one has ever reached out and just asked 10 questions. It's kind of cool. I like it. Question 10. Thank you for taking your time in reading/answering this. It means to me as a creator that's looking to improve and do better. You inspire me with what you create. I hope to be like you one day. If you have any questions or want to know me, ask away. Well, first off, that's not a question, but that is very sweet. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Well, it seems like I've answered all the questions from Shadow Essence, but I'll leave it off with my own little statement that I would put out to all creators who seem to be inspired by someone like me. My one piece of advice to everyone out there, especially people like Shadow Essence, is to just make things. Please, just make things. That's all I want. If you have a cool idea in your head and you're like, I'm scared, I don't know how to do it and stuff, just give it a shot. Just do it. That is how you become something great is you just make something. It doesn't matter what it is. As long as you are making something from scratch, you are doing fantastic. Because it doesn't matter what you make, you are learning. As long as you're learning, next time you make something, it will be even better. And you can make plenty of great things without knowing anything. The best example I can think of is actually the model I'm in right now. This Galaxy Man, who by the way is my whole branding. I made him 5 years ago, and the original version of him, this version I'm in current right now came out like 6 months after, but the original version of him, he was almost completely made in Unity. I didn't know what UV unwrapping was. I didn't know what weight painting was. I didn't even know how to extrude faces. Fun fact. And that's why he doesn't have a head. I made this guy, my whole brand, to this day, 5 years ago. And the reason he looks like this is because I had no idea what I was doing. He has no head. I didn't know how to put it on. This mesh, where his neck used to be, I got my friend at the time to put it on. I didn't do it. And this whole area where the neck is has completely messed up UVs, which fucks up the glitter, because I didn't know what a UV map was. The glasses and hat were put on in Unity, and he doesn't have shoes. I didn't know how to attach the shoes, because they didn't. You can't attach them like glasses and a hat. And yet, he has still remained my icon. My icon and my branding for my entire store is a character that I made when I knew absolutely nothing. And that's why you should make stuff. So just make things. Stop falling into this trap of what everyone else is making. Stop making the same e-boy and e-girl. If you like that, go ahead. But please, make something new. Make something awesome. Put a spin on it that I haven't seen before. And if you're scared you're going to fuck it up, you just do it because you have a cool idea. And that's it. I just wanted to answer these questions that have been lingering for quite a long time, and don't look at when they sent the message because that's kind of embarrassing, and I'm sorry. If you have any questions for me, just ask in the comments, and I pinky promise that I will answer them as quick as I can. And I hope you have a nice day.